been through this before. What are you looking to get out of this week off? How important is this?
It's time to prepare, feel good about your game, and feel good about what we're doing as a team.
When it comes to feeling good about what you guys are doing as a team, you've had a pretty consistent lineup throughout the postseason and then the last couple weeks of the regular season. How do you think that's played into the camaraderie and the development of the rhythm as a team? Pretty much being healthy outside of market.
It's helped. We've always had a next guy up mentality. Everyone's just got to be ready to play. However many minutes, just got to be ready to come in and make an impact.
When do you start gearing up, building up to a competitive level for the series with this couple of days?
So it's already started. Once the playoffs started, I was already in that mindset. So just go for it.
Someone like you that's been on these stages before, is this like each round, does it kind of ratchet up the fun for you?
It's basketball. It's a game. So just trying to have as much fun as possible doing it.
How do you guys match up with these guys?
We'll see game one. It's a great feel-out game. So, probably have better answers for you after then. But watching a lot of film on them, I think we know each other pretty well. Have pretty much the same lineup as they did last year with the addition of a few pieces. So, see what adjustments need to be made during game one and then going into game two.
How defending Giannis, who might be the MVP this year?
I mean, he's very, very efficient in the paint. I mean, every team has done a great job of trying to limit him from getting the majority of his points in the paint. And he keeps going back to it. So credit to how special he is as an inside presence. But other guys, we just got to limit them and make it tough on them as well. And just stay together as a group, especially on the road.
Did the first round series have an impact on just your confidence in this team and how you guys are looking?
No, it's the same. It's the same. Same as I've had all season. The game is going to fluctuate. Mistakes are going to be made. Just got to go out there and make the next great play.
Kyrie, did you see Kobe's detail on you in Game 3? Your assessment of Game 3?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think, and how interesting is it, or unusual is it to watch a guy that you look up to and friend kind of go over some of your game?
Well, I think it's very unique observations because of how special he is as a human being, first and foremost, and then as a basketball player. But he's been on the highest of stages, asked to do a lot. So he understands what it takes for spacing, possession-by-possession games, little things in order to be more efficient out there with his movements. So, I was just truly appreciative of, that he gave that to not only myself but to the fans. Not a lot of people see the game like that. Most people study analytics or, just dive too much into the game of basketball. Not many people can understand the language of it when high-level basketball players speak it. And I think that he did a great job of trying to make it as fundamental as possible.
How difficult is it to get space?
Former Hall of Fame player said that he was really impressed with your leadership at this stage. Comment on that.
Just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's growing as a player, growing as a person first and foremost. I don't think leadership needs the type of light or recognition or validation from anyone. So I'm just going to go out, do my job as a basketball player, be the best that I can be the best player on the floor every time I step on there, and go for the win.
How much more difficult is it to get that little bit of space in the postseason and the further you go?
I mean, just the physicality raises, so you just got to be more efficient with your movements. Guys are holding, grabbing. You just see the difference in the regular season performers, and then going into the postseason. You just see when the defenses are geared towards you and you got to make moves and kind of within moves in order to get open and get space. You got to be efficient with it as well. In the playoffs, you're not going to shoot particularly well every game, but you want to be as efficient as you can be with the movement that you're allowed.
How did you see the Dame shot last night? What was your thoughts on that?
Right step back, going right. Big time shot by big time performer, man. Dame's been doing it for a little minute now, and I'm glad that he's had the ability to lead his team the way he has and really develop the pieces around him. Much deserving for how hard he works. And, to send a team off and end the season with a step back like that is pretty special.
When you have it like that, when do you measure, okay, I can score 50 over getting your teammates involved? It's got to be tough.
I mean, it's a you have to find a happy balance in it, man. I mean, you know, there are plenty of times where I played in games, and you know, no matter who's on the floor, different teams where I felt like I can go out and get 50 anytime I step on the court, and I really feel like I'm capable of doing so just because of how much I work on my game and how much I prepare. But the flip side of it, so the balance part is, you know, giving yourself up for your teammates and really seeing where you can kind of find the defense sleeping and where you can manage the game better rather than trying to go off for all 50. You know, like Dame did yesterday, he just pacing the game. The object of the game is to score more points than the other team. So, you know, all the little intricacies that everybody likes to worry about, like getting everybody else involved, like as long as you're aggressive and making the right plays and be efficient, then no one can say anything.
How important to steal a game there because they have the home court advantage, and you know about winning on the road in the postseason?
One game at a time, man. One game at a time. You know, got game one, so let's just get through that one first.
It's a 1-4 matchup according to the seeding. Does it feel that way to you at all?
To be honest, I really don't care about the seeding. As long as we're in there, man, it's an even playing field. All the regular season stats and everybody, all the hype around the regular season, yeah, everybody can have it. At this point, it's just about, you know, 5 versus 5 and who's better at the end of the day.
Do you feel like the Celtics, your team is appreciably different than the one that you know, like you said, had the ups and downs during the regular season? Do you feel like you're different now?
Honestly, I don't even think about things like that at this point, man. It's just basketball. I'm just ready to show up, do my job, and go home.
Thank you.